What is going on, guys? It's your boy Indigo, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is just going to be me recapping everything that happened this past week in wrestling. Um, Before I begin, I'm just going to plug a little of my stuff as usual. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Hit the notifications bell. Please hit the like button. It will help me out tremendously. And leave a comment if interested. Please follow my social medias. Indigo Uchiha on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, let's get this started. First off, I have to apologize because I did say I was going to do a takeover previews and predictions video, but in all honesty, long story short, I'm fully vaccinated. And last weekend, I took my second dose and it had me tired. Some side effects got to me, and my mental health was bothering me, so I just took a mental break from everything, social media and stuff. And I feel good now, so that's good. And yeah, let's get this started. I know tonight is SmackDown and Dynamite, but I might be busy tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to review those shows for the channel tomorrow. But if I can, you guys might get a double upload from me if I'm up to doing that. So I'll keep you guys posted on Twitter and stuff. But for now, let's just talk about this past week. I'm starting with TakeOver. TakeOver was boring. Nothing else I could say about it. The only two matches that I liked was the opening and closing matches for obvious reasons. And no disrespect to everybody else on that card because they did bust their ass, but I just wasn't interested. Even the ladder match was boring to me, despite how good the story was in the build-up. But NXT, let's talk about it. Samoa Joe is back in NXT. Samoa Joe is my guy. I'm happy to just see him. Cause last time we saw him was at WrestleMania. He was wearing some rain thing to protect him from getting soaked in the rain. Last time we seen him. And he's back now in NXT. I know a lot of people wanted to see him in AEW or elsewhere. I get that. But at the same time, you guys need to understand that we don't know these people personally. We can't make these decisions for them except them. So they do what's best for them. I feel Joe felt this was what was best for him. Hence why he chose to resign. And also, Triple H was the main reason he's back now in NXT. Because he was furious when he found out that they released Joe. Let me tell you something about Joe and Triple H. Triple H was the main reason Joe was in WWE to begin with. Because he was the one that signed Samoa Joe. It wasn't Vince. It wasn't nobody else. It was Triple H. Now, Joe is the only person in history to have had to work in WWE, but also work other promotions at the time, such as Ring of Honor. He still had Ring of Honor obligations to fulfill on his contract. In other promotions, Triple H allowed him to continue working outside of NXT because he knew Vince. Joe is not the type of guy Vince looked for. A lot of you guys know that about Vince. He has a fetish for bodybuilders and muscle men. I'll say it's about Vince. He looks good for his age. He still works out and keeps himself in shape. He has a fetish for bodybuilders and stuff. Joe isn't that guy. He doesn't look like that guy. So Vince is not going to see anything worthy in him. Where we know Joe's a fucking badass. But Joe is exclusive to NXT. He is Mr. Regal's enforcer, which I love. Love that. Joe is the man. And when he speaks, you listen. When he cut that promo to Karrion Kross, I stopped what I was doing. Now I listened. You see, I work during the week, so I stopped what I was doing Well, not live, because there was nothing going on at work. So I stopped what I was doing. I listened to Joe speak. He cut one hell of a promo. I think NXT could slowly go back to where they were, not fully, but I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. They need that energy back in terms of fans, though. I hope we see that soon. And I just hope they go back to Full Sail. Those chances are not likely, based on what I'm hearing from people who I talk to, who have sources in the company. They're saying Full Sail is not likely, possible of them going back, but I hope they do, because they need it bad. Monday Night Trash, Eva Marie. She hasn't changed at all. I don't think she's improved. They doing the same gimmick with her. They paired her up with Viper Niven, from NXT UK. Stupidest decision in my opinion. She should be on NXT local or NXT US. Toni Storm did it. Rhea Ripley did it. I assume Kaylee Ray is going to be in NXT local pretty soon. Why can't Viper Niven be in NXT? If she's on the main roster permanently, it's over for her. There's nothing else I could really say, but that, because we've seen it happen so many times with people who come from NXT or NXT UK. They treat them like this shit, and they treat them like nothing. And now they pair her up with somebody that's gonna have all the spotlight. Like Piper Niven isn't going to really get no type of success being paired with that. Look, they going back to the Divas era. Since I've seen Eva Marie, she's never been a wrestler to me. She's a diva. I love women's wrestling. I support women's wrestling. There's so many great women wrestlers out there, such as Sasha Banks, the GOAT, Bayley, Becky, Camille, Thunder Rosa, Serena Deeb, Dr. Brittany Baker, DMD, Jordan Grace, Diana. I could keep going. There's so many great, talented women out there that's trying to evolve the evolution of women's wrestling to continue that trend of what Sasha and Bayley started all those years ago in my borough of Brooklyn takeover. And now they going back to the Divas era. Like, this makes no sense. Now the Bella Twins are coming back eventually. It's just awful television, man. Like I said, tonight we have a stacked show. Well, stacked night. We have SmackDown. We have a Hell in a Cell match. We have AEW Dynamite afterwards. And this Sunday we have a pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell, which I did with my guy, Gamers Goon. Shout out to my guy, Gamers Goon. Appreciate you, love you, bro. Thank you again for having me on your channel. His preview and predictions video is up on his channel. Please check it out. We killed it. We gave you guys almost an hour of talking about a shitty show with a mixture of AEW, a little positivity and stuff. And the card looks like this: Alexa Bliss versus Shayna. I'm going with Shayna. I can't stand what they're doing with her. Shayna should be Raw Women's Champion right now. She should have been champion for the full year until Becky came back. That's just my opinion. Drew and Lashley. I'm going with Drew. Charlotte and Rhea, I don't care about it all. I don't care about Charlotte. I never did. Never been a fan of Charlotte. Rhea fell off to me. She's not the same. She just comes off so phony to me. Like, the presentation of her. I'm going with Rhea. And the other match, I can't remember because this show is trash. Bayley and Bianca. I love both of those women, but Bianca, she's not a good champion. They did nothing with her since she won the belt for my girl Sasha at WrestleMania. Bayley She's she's been busting her ass all year, and they treat her like this, especially at WrestleMania with the Bellas. Really, I'm going with Bianca because Sasha's coming back for her belt. So Bianca, your time is almost up. I'm sorry, and yeah, talking about the E gets me upset. Now it doesn't really put me in a good mood. This is why I love talking about AEW and New Japan and Stardom. Those are my promotions right there. Ring of Honor, even Impact. Sometimes they do good things, But Roman Reigns is the he's the only thing that's going in the company right now, and that's sad to say. They just need to build people up, because in 10 years from now, Roman isn't going to be in the company. They have to focus on the future, and I hope they really see that, because the company creatively is bad. Yeah, they making the money, but creative sucks. Creative always been bad for how many years now, and we all really just getting tired of it. Honestly, I've been watching wrestling since late '97, early '98. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this, and WWE isn't where it's at anymore. And I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Thank you guys so much for tuning in the video. I appreciate all the supporters that's been showing me love. I see everything and it means a lot to me. And I'm gonna continue to be consistent. Um, until next time, guys. Take care, and thank you so much for tuning in.